together, and she's going to say a few words about
Oh, great.
Heather. Well, this is my first, so I'm done. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I love you all.
This should have been the first thing.
Okay, well, I was just gonna.
This should have been the first thing.
Say that Angel also introduced me to Gianna. One time I was in the hospital, Angel came to see me, and I was newer to the group, and Angel said, "Oh, I want you to meet my friend." She walked me down the hall, I met Gianna, and we spent a lot of time together. So what I really like to stress is that our teeny tiny local CF community is very close, and we're a family. We spend really hard times together, and we try to help each other out as much as we can in this situation. So Angel's going to take a minute and tell you guys about Heather and her specific situation, and then we're going to talk about how Friends Cure CF is going to support a very specific grant where all the donation money during this portion of the evening will go towards Heather and all of her expenses. So here's Angel.
Everyone's gone.
Hey everyone, bear with me, I'm losing my voice because I've been socializing like all night. But I just want to point out, this is Heather right here. That was one of our Christmas Altano residents holiday fiestas, and I'll tell you about it. So here's my speech. I met Heather. Closer. Can you hear me? I met Heather back in the early 90s when we both attended CF camp. We were assigned to the same cabin, we shared bunk beds, and became instant friends. Outside of CF camp, most of our time was spent together at Stanford during our hospitalizations. We were hospital roommates on numerous occasions. We formed a little crew of us CFers, ruling the halls, causing chaos, kicking ass, and taking names during our daily hospital routines. We met Gianna through our hospital stays. Stanford became a second home to us and still is. Heather and I spent a Christmas together one year at the Altano residence, roasting marshmallows and having a slumber party. Of course, the rules of cross-infection of the CRFI guidelines had not been adopted yet, but when the Stanford team found out, oh boy, did they freak out. Let alone, there were no more slumber parties. Throughout the years, our original crew of CFers dwindled down to merely just a few, with some passing away every year. After Gianna passed away, Heather and I both realized that we were the last two survivors of our original crew. Throughout Heather's life, she's had to endure every aspect that this disease has to offer. In 2002, Heather received the gift of life for the first time when her pager went off, meaning she was going to get new lungs. After only 6 months post-transplant, she faced chronic rejection. She was put back on the list again, and in 2003, she received her second set of lungs, which has lasted her a miraculous 11 years and is statistically unheard of. Last year, she faced kidney failure. Her brother was a perfect match and donated one of his kidneys. After 11 years, her lungs have taken a turn for the worse, and she is once again facing chronic rejection. Heather has relocated to Texas for a year or more and is awaiting her third set of lungs. After a recent bronch procedure, the doctors determined Heather has developed pneumonia, meaning she's been taken off the transplant list. Coming out of the bronch procedure, Heather was placed on a ventilator. The transplant doctors decided to replace the ventilator with a tracheotomy. This will allow her to come off the pain meds, move around, and get the junk out of her lungs. She will be moved to another hospital that specializes in her rehab for a current condition for 2 to 3 weeks. The faster she gets the pneumonia out, the faster she'll be relisted. Leaving California, where she's had family, friends, and support, then moving to Texas to a new hospital where she has no family, no friends, and no support. Her husband is there with her full time. Her family flies out to Texas to visit as much as they can and stay as long as they can. Any normal 29-year-old shouldn't have to face such life-threatening challenges so early in life. She is a fighter, and everyone that knows her is proud, honored, and blessed to have her in their lives. We are all very lucky people. I ask that you dig deep in your hearts and help us raise money to ease the financial burden, stress, and anxiety that Heather is now facing. Thank you.
Okay, so like April said, right now, all of the donations are going to go directly towards Heather's financial assistance grant. It can cover anything from travel expenses to get her family there, any extra costs that her insurance does not cover, of her medical bills. All of the money that's being donated right now is going towards Heather's family. And I think it's really important to stress that we are not only helping a member of our local CF community, but a member of the Otano's CF family. And I know many of us supported them through a very hard time in their life. And if we can have the opportunity to support another person that's very close to them, I think that's really special. So this is an opportunity for Friends Cure CF to really make a difference and ease the burden of finances when people should be worrying about staying well and